What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph. You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight, okay, making their debut on the channel tonight, we have, and just to make sure there's no confusion here, there's no spaces here, it's all one word, we have NoMeansNo.
This is advanced physics, right?
I have a right to defend myself as a woman. No means no.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all of the clicks and the likes and the bibbity bop, do me a favor, before you do all that stuff, please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from Scraps Selby Bowen. And Scraps wanted to see me react to this song by NoMeansNo called Rags and Bones. Now, have I heard this song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard this song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a second, yeah, this sounds familiar, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Let's see, this was posted by MegaKill2425. And the video has 270,000 views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. NoMeansNo, Rags and Bones. Cool. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
Hunker down, y'all. Well, Christ was married on the cross. My father was married to my mother. And I am married to a cigarette butt.
Okay. Still 4/4, but they changed up the approach. More emphasis on upbeats. Can't believe I'm going to say this. I'm actually really digging this. It's got a little bit of funk in there, a little bit of blues in there, just some nice straight ahead rock in there, a little bit of rockabilly in there. It's interesting. I gotta say, I like the direction they're going. The riff is repetitive, but it's nice. It's not just some simplistic. I mean, once you get the pattern, once you get the pattern, it's really not that difficult, but it's still better than just 1 3 4 3 1. There's a lot more to it than that. It's fun. It's got a nice drive. It's got nice energy. I like the modulation that happens every time. I believe that's the chorus when they move up. Yeah, it goes up. I think it goes up a full step. It's nice. Vocally, they're not trying to be impressive. It's almost like a Les Claypool approach when it comes to vocals. Just really kind of more about the delivery than is trying to be impressive when it comes to things like pitch or range or anything like that. They're just spitting the words out. And listen, is there anything wrong with that? No, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Just I'm not going to sit here and pretend to be blown away by something that's not impressive. It's just not. But it sounds good. It definitely fits the direction of the song. So I don't hate it. I do not hate it. Like I said, overall, I'm actually kind of digging this. I really am. It's different. It is kind of, to some extent, it's kind of giving me a little bit of Chili Pepper vibes, and at the same time, kind of giving me a little bit of Primus vibes. And at the same time, giving me punk vibes. Like, I don't know if I would go like Misfits, but kind of DRI-ish a little bit, or maybe Black Flag, sort of, or maybe even NoFX. I mean, that there's a little bit of punk in there for sure. Let's keep going. Let's see where this goes. Vocal delivery even sounds like Henry Rollins a little bit.
If I could choose to believe or not to believe, I would choose not to. If I could choose to believe or not to believe, I would choose not to. But I can't choose not to. No bloody way.
Harmonies too. It's nice. Gang vocal into harmony, back to gang vocal. The ending. Ooh. Oh, so Danzig-ish with that ooh at the end. Yeah, that's a Glenn Danzig trademark right there. Oh boy. I have absolutely no idea how this is gonna go. I know I enjoyed it. I know personally I enjoyed it. But I have no idea how that's going to translate to a score. I need to think about this. I absolutely do. So let me get my thoughts together. I'm going to need a few minutes on this. I'll see you in the review and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was No Means No with Rags and Bones. This was a request from Scraps de Selby Bowen. Okay, I had to think about this. I had to give this a lot of thought, and I'm glad I did because I came up with a score, and I'm gonna be honest with you, folks. The score, it's surprising. Like I'm even now, I'm looking at it, and I'm happy with the score. I'm confident with the score. It's the score I believe that it absolutely deserves. But I'm looking at the score going, am I really giving it this? Yes, I really am. A little shocking. Brace yourselves. On a scale of 1 to 10, believe it or not, I'm still having a little hard time believing it myself, but I'm going to give that a 7.1. Yeah, 7.1. Believe me, nobody's more surprised at that than I am. But yeah, that is exactly the score that I feel this song deserves. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay, first things first, a 7.1. What does that mean? Well, a 7.1 would translate to a really good scale rating because, believe it or not, I think this is a really good song. It would also get 4 to 5 stars and a B letter grade. Yeah, that you heard that right. B as in boy. So there you go, a 7.1, really good skill rating, 4 to 5 stars, and a B letter grade. Now, how did I come up with that score? So glad you asked. Like I said, I'm still a little surprised that I'm giving it that high of a score, but I am, and I have my reasons. It sounded good. Like the mix sounded good. The tone on all the instruments sounded really appropriate. That little tiny bit of fuzz on the bass, very well EQ'd for it. It didn't sound muddy at all. There was a very clear attack, very clear pitch. So whoever did the overdrive on the bass really understands how to use bass and how to mix bass and how to EQ a bass for light distortion. So I was really happy about that. The fact that the bass seemed to be, at least to me, it sounded like it was the lead instrument on this. It's what started the song. It's what carried the song. The guitar really kind of felt like an accompaniment to what was happening within the bass. I know there was a lot of unison work, but the bass seemed to lead the way, at least in my opinion, it did. Drummond did a great job of setting up the feel of the song. That was really nicely done on the drumming. Everything was just across the board, musicianship-wise. Everything was solid. The riff, that do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do, it's not a hard riff, guys. It's all based on the pentatonic. 4 5 7 5 7 8 7 5 4 5 4 3 1 1. I mean that's really all it was. It just repeated until we modulated. We actually changed our root position. We moved up a full step. That was nice. I'm going to be honest with you. If we had stayed on that same riff, I still think I would have liked it, but I would not have liked it anywhere near as much, and I would not have found it to be as, I hesitate to use the word impressive, but it did slightly impress me that we moved up and we didn't just modulate and keep the same pattern. No. we modulated and we came up with a completely different pattern. So that was nice. It shows some good variety. It shows some thought went into this, which was really nice. I gotta say, it was really well done. Vocally, if I'm being honest, vocals were probably the least impressive thing about the song. They were just kind of thrown out there. There was really no thought given to, try to come up with any type of a melodic line within the vocals. But that's okay. That's what the instrumentation was for. The vocal delivery was really more along the lines of, say, something like Black Flag, like Henry Rollins style. Absolutely. Or like Les Claypool from Primus, something around those lines. Really not focusing, like I said, on a notation, just on delivery. And it worked. It worked and it fit within the context of the song. So I'm absolutely not mad at it. I'm just saying I didn't find the vocals to be all that impressively done. But it definitely fit. The song had a lot of different feels in there mixed in. Like, I was getting just little shades of like Chili Peppers. And at the same time, a little bit of Black Flag. And at the same time, a little bit of DRI. At the same time, a little bit of NoFX. And at the same time, we also stylistically, we had a little punk in there, a little funk in there, a little rockabilly in there, a little bit of, just straight ahead rock music. I mean, we had a little bit of everything in there, and it all meshed together like a really nice casserole. Nothing to overbalance one direction or the other. Just a really nice blend. For those of you that have ever made homemade macaroni and cheese, you're trying to incorporate all these different cheeses into your cheese sauce, right? You want a little bit of cheddar. You want a little Monterey Jack, maybe a little bit of pepper jack for just a little bit of a kick, maybe a little bit of Colby for a little creaminess, whatever. Here's the thing. If you use too much of one cheese in any one of those four, it's going to become dominating. It's going to become overpowering. And the other cheeses at that point become an afterthought. When you get that blend just right and everything blends together and you taste a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and a little bit of this in the middle, and a little bit of this over the top, and a little bit of this on the back end, that's when you know you got a nice blend. And the same thing could be said when it came to all the styles that were incorporated into this, I guess for lack of a better word, a cheese sauce of a song. It felt good all the way through. It didn't feel like it was being dragged one direction or the other. It just, every once in a while, you get a little bit of a note of this. And there's a little bit of punk there. There's a little bit of the funk there. There's a little bit of rockabilly right there. It just felt really nice all the way across the board. Very well balanced, very well blended. And I gotta say, overall, that was one of the biggest strengths of the song. So, yeah, I mean, I know it's not the most impressive song I've ever heard, but you know what? I've also heard far less impressive songs on the channel. Now, this did a nice job across the board. And at the end of the day, I honestly believe this is a really good song. So, yeah, man, 7.1. I feel good about that score, and that's where we're going to stay. So let's wrap everything up here in a nice shiny bow, shall we? We have a 7.1, which is a really good skill rating, 4 to 5 stars, and a B letter grade. Take your pick. I don't care, whichever one of those floats your boat. Final word, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, well then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for the night, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.